One of the most important things I've learned through minimalism, which has truly changed my life for the better, is to pay more attention to my finances. When I started focusing on this, I realized that I was spending a lot on trivial and common things that often go unnoticed due to a lack of financial education. This includes everything from small daily purchases to unnecessary subscriptions. Before you think I've made a silly list of random things like giving up your favorite coffee or stopping watching your favorite series, let me clarify that my goal is to talk about what will truly improve your life, not make it miserable or turn you into a penny pincher who just hoards money without any purpose. The idea is to have conscious financial control that allows you to enjoy what truly matters. First of all, there's something simple but increasingly common in today's market: subscriptions. I have several subscriptions, such as streaming services, work tools, and other utilities. However, what I want you to focus on are your unused subscriptions. For example, if you subscribe to Netflix, Prime Video, HBO Max, and Disney Plus, you're probably binge-watching a specific series during the month and not using all the services daily. This creates a problem similar to the old days of paying a hefty fee for cable TV to watch only one or two channels throughout the month. Therefore, it is crucial to regularly review your subscriptions. Check your credit card statement to identify recurring expenses for services you are not using. You might have apps on your phone that you haven't used in months or software subscriptions for a specific purpose that you forgot to cancel. These small expenses can add up and become a significant cost over time. The savings generated by canceling these subscriptions can be reinvested in something more productive or simply saved for a bigger goal, such as a trip or a personal project. Additionally, this practice of reviewing and canceling unnecessary subscriptions can extend to other areas of your life. Evaluate your overall consumption habits and identify where there might be waste. Small adjustments in your daily routine can lead to significant savings in the long run. The important thing is to maintain a healthy balance between enjoying the present and planning for the future, ensuring that your money is being used as efficiently as possible. At work, you might find yourself paying for a gym membership that you no longer use. Don't keep paying for things you don't use. Now, let's talk a bit about clothing because I want to address a common topic first. Brazilians love buying clothes because it affects our self-esteem and image. Everyone wants to feel good, but we often go about it the wrong way, consuming fast fashion, which is low-quality clothing that lasts less time than the credit card installments used to purchase them. These clothes are made not to last, forcing you to buy frequently. Fast fashion companies disguise the recurring subscription model through attractive but low-quality products. I worked in the fashion industry for years and know the business well. I once asked manufacturers to make shoes that would last for years, and the response was always that customers wouldn't need to buy frequently if they did. That's why today I focus not only on quality clothing but also on a well-organized wardrobe with pieces that match each other. This way, I don't need to buy new clothes constantly because I have outfits for any occasion and only purchase when something actually wears out. If you need quality clothes and don't know where to find them, there's a link to Insider in the description that can solve your problem. Another crucial point is dealing with addictions, which are things you spend money on frequently that bring no real benefit to your life. With each generation, this problem repeats itself because the habit of addiction affects our brains and makes us slaves to our desires. Nowadays, some very common addictions include pornography, online gaming, lotteries, online casinos, raffles, and betting. Most of these activities bring no benefit for the money you spend on them and, worse, they make you lose both your money and your time. Since we're discussing addictions, let's talk about another very common one: fast food. Don't get me wrong, I also enjoy pizza occasionally, and I like burgers and sushi, but these are for very specific and, more importantly, infrequent moments. The problem arises when this becomes a daily habit, ordering food every day for snacks, lunch, or dinner simply out of laziness to organize and cook a decent meal. Let's be honest, opening a food delivery app at 8 p.m. to order something to eat is tempting. Who wins the fight, a meal of rice, beans, and chicken or a juicy burger? The main issue with fast food is that you're essentially giving in to your laziness. Often, you end up spending on a single pizza all the money you earned that workday. Moreover, the lack of nutritious food affects all aspects of your life, your energy, your sleep, your performance. This creates a vicious cycle where you eat junk food out of laziness, and this junk food leaves you with even less energy, making it harder to break out of the cycle. More laziness and lethargy, and breaking out of this loop is very difficult but will do you a lot of good. The fifth point is also about food, specifically groceries, and you probably never thought about this, but food waste is a money pit. I researched and found that the average Brazilian household wastes 400 grams of food every day. This includes leftovers and any food that goes uneaten and ends up in the trash. Every time you buy something without proper planning and it goes to waste, you are throwing your money away. So, the key is to only buy what you actually consume. This is one of the best aspects of maintaining an organized diet. You calculate how much you consume, buy only what you need, and end up wasting almost nothing. Sometimes it's not even about the leftovers from your lunch but the food that expired from an open package left for days or the container with leftovers from Sunday's lunch sitting in the back of the fridge for a week. Food in Brazil is very expensive, so if you haven't paid attention to this yet, start now because you will save a lot of money. Another thing you are probably wasting money on without realizing it is bank fees, such as account opening and maintenance fees, high IOF rates on withdrawals. To solve this, you can open a global account with Nomad, which is hassle-free with no account opening or maintenance fees. You can open it with your Brazilian documents and buy dollars through Pix because the dollar is a very strong and relatively stable currency. When we start working and earning money, we often get excited about buying everything we've always wanted but couldn't afford. However, without proper planning, this can come back to haunt us in the future. Often, we only consider the initial purchase price and overlook the long-term costs of ownership. For instance, a car costs more than just its purchase price. There are ongoing expenses like fuel, insurance, taxes, maintenance, and parking, which can add up to about 20% of the car's value annually. Similarly, housing is another significant expense. Moving to a better home can greatly improve quality of life, but stretching beyond your means can lead to becoming enslaved by your own house. Monthly expenses such as electricity, internet, rent or mortgage payments, and maintenance can accumulate, especially with larger homes. The key message here is contrary to what I often explain about minimalism, which advocates living below your means to live comfortably with money left over. Living beyond your means ensures that your fixed costs exceed your income, regardless of how much you earn, whether it's 5,000, 10,000, or 50,000 units per month. It's crucial to aim for the opposite, increasing income while keeping expenses in check. If you'd like more information on financial planning or related topics, feel free to ask. A simple black coffee at a cafe costs 10 Brazilian reals, whereas you could make it at your office or home for less than 1 Brazilian real. There's added value in going to a restaurant for good food and a genuine experience. However, some things lack justification, like a black coffee remains just that. Even if you buy beans and make it at home, you'd still spend much less than buying it out. This principle extends beyond food, particularly to physical items like branded clothing, which often cost 5 times more for the same material as cheaper alternatives, just with a big brand name on them. It's essential to understand the value of things to avoid overpaying, especially when investing your money. Now, let's discuss a risky habit: shopping for leisure. Shopping malls aren't for leisure, they're for consumption. If you don't have a genuine need or specific purchase in mind, avoid going, as entering a shopping mall almost always leads to unnecessary spending. Remember, purchases shouldn't be entertainment, buy only what you truly need. This applies whether you're physically at a mall or browsing online. Just because something is advertised or seen on social media doesn't mean you should buy it. Evaluate each purchase based on your reality and genuine needs. For instance, many people buy the latest iPhone annually for basic apps like WhatsApp and Instagram, locking themselves into perpetual payments. Question whether you truly need these items before purchasing, as unnecessary spending only adds financial stress. Furthermore, avoid purchasing things just because they seem necessary in the moment. Whether in a shopping mall or lounging at home scrolling through Instagram, impulse buying creates a financial sinkhole. Not everything you see needs to be bought. As I always say, just because others have something doesn't mean you need it too. Assess each purchase against your real needs. If it doesn't serve a purpose, it's merely frivolous spending. Many purchases driven by stress or anxiety, like indulging in fast food or shopping online, are attempts to mask deeper issues temporarily with dopamine hits. It's crucial to address the root causes rather than rely on material goods for emotional relief. Ultimately, this video isn't about depriving yourself of enjoyable things but learning the difference between consumption and necessity. This understanding is fundamental to financial literacy, empowering you to use money wisely as a powerful tool that can genuinely improve your life. Unchecked consumerism leads to a never-ending quest for satisfaction through material possessions, regardless of income level. By recognizing and managing these tendencies, you can avoid the pitfalls of excessive spending and cultivate a healthier financial future. I hope this expanded version meets your needs. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to discuss or clarify.